Welcome to Love Life for Singles. I'm your host, Jane Donovan, and this is the show that helps you to have a connective, successful, and most important of all, fun social life. What I want to talk about this week is I've had a few clients over the past few months that have shared with me that when they've gone on dates with guys, that the guys have not been interested in them. And when I've said, how do you know that? They've shared with me that the guy has done all the talking and talked all about himself and not asked any questions. Now, I know I've touched in previous podcasts about good conversation skills, but there's an inaccurate assumption being made here that I think is causing some self-sabotaging and perhaps girls ruling out guys that maybe they could not rule out. Now, the reason usually, not always, but usually, that a guy spends the whole date talking about himself is because he's into you. And it's like the peacock. It's like, here, let me show you all about me so that hopefully you're going to like me. And I'm going to talk about everything I possibly can about me, hoping that I can find a connection, hoping I can find something that we've got in common and that I can get the girl brought into me and we start to really connect. So it can be very much that the guy is into you and he defaults to this behavior. So guys, if this is you, please know that in some situations, girls could be ruling you out as either not being interested in them or not caring about them because you've not stopped and had a balanced conversation. You've not asked questions about her. So as much as you might be feeling like the heart might be racing or you're thinking, wow, this girl seems really cool, and you're going into your verbal diarrhea about yourself, try really hard to rein that energy in, breathe, and ask a couple of questions about her. And then, of course, as I've said in previous podcasts, when she answers, make sure that you acknowledge that you've heard her answer so that she knows that you've been actively listening. So, girls, if a guy really is running off at the mouth and telling you every single thing about him, stop for a moment and think, you know what? He's a peacock here. He's got his beautiful big feathers up and he's showing me all about him because he's keen on me. So try and cut some slack. Try not to rule them out and think that this is how it's always going to be, all about me, 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 me. It's not. It's just this early dating. And, you know, I've often talked about how if you find somebody that you really do, think they're nice, they're always worthy of 3 dates, unless you're finding that there's not negotiables that are appearing or that they've done something to really make you think, no, I'm not going there. But if you think they're a nice guy or a nice girl, you really are best to give them a couple of shots because we all get nervous. Again, I've spoken in other podcasts like the job interview where the first job interview that you go for, you're really nervous, you're not yourself. You get the call back to come for a second one. You start to relax, you start to show a little bit more of who you are. And by the third job interview, you're thinking, you know what, they see something in me that they like. And you're getting much more relaxed and you're freely showing who you are. Well, exactly the same with dating. So again, if you really do think that somebody's got some potential, but they've been self-sabotaging either by talking all about themselves or you're self-sabotaging because you feel that they've not asked enough about you and they're not interested in you, cut them a bit of slack and give them another go. So I hope that's helped to open your door of opportunities and not rule people out too quickly. Have a gorgeous week. I love getting your emails. Keep the questions coming. The emails can be via janedonovan.com.au. Have a gorgeous week and keep dating happily. If you're ready to step outside your comfort zone and really engage in having a connective, successful and fun social life, then head to my website, janedonovan.com.au, where I have links to all sorts of opportunities and resources just for singles. And most important of all, I really want you to remember, you are worthy.